What's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another deck profile. Today we're here with my teammate Anthony McAuliffe, who got top 8 at the online regional this past weekend with AOD. So Anthony, firstly, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. Just still got that high up in that GenCon regional. Top 8, got 7th.
Just living life playing AOD. So I mean, obviously, us on the team know you've been on AOD forever. Why AOD? Explain for the viewers.
I first got on it because the foiling was so nice. When I first got the anniversary boxes last year, I got like the full foiled out maybe in like a week. So I started playing that, and Jordan Beard actually was playing the same deck, but he was playing like a different version for mine. And this one's sort of similar to that now, so sort of combine the two decks together.
Gotcha, yeah, and I want to just clarify real quick for anybody watching. There was like some ruling controversy with AOD, but basically it's been confirmed that they all work as intended. Their costs still get reduced, so you can still play your AODs for one. You can still play the extra card for free. I just want to kind of get that out of the way for anyone who might have a question in the comments. But anyways, yeah, so why don't you run us through the leader real quick, because I'm sure many people haven't read this leader in a long time.
So it's from the last year's anniversary box. Basically just makes all Agents of Destruction in your deck colorless, so you can tap any color to play them. When you attack, you can take up to 1 life, and then search the top 5 for any Agent of Destruction and put it to your hand. Regular 4 life awaken, so untap 1, draw 1. And then the back, same thing, non-specified, all AODs. And it doesn't draw on the attack, which is alright because a bunch of, I'll explain later. But it has 2 activate mains. The first one is you get to play a 2-cost AOD from your hand once per turn for free. And the second one is pay 3 to play a Agent of Destruction Unison from your hand once per turn.
So I guess one quick question is like, obviously there's like a Soul Striker variant of AOD that has floated around from time to time. Why do you go with the pure leader instead of like a variant like that?
Just a lot more consistent, and like since the deck is like basically like 4 colors, it just makes a lot more sense because you can't play certain AOD cards in the other one, and the extra card is like one of my favorite cards in the deck, so that's why I like to play it.
Gotcha, very cool.
So I guess we'll start with the main deck here.
Yeah.
So first off is just 4 of the 1-drop Bibbidi. So this one's the bread and butter of the deck. You want this like turn 1 every single game, so you just mull for it. But it's 1 blue. It's just a 1000 barrier, just sits there all game. It just reduces every AOD in your deck by 1. And you can only have 1 of them on the board, so you can't like spam 2 of them. But it's really good with the leader because when you get the free play, you can actually play 3 costs because it says 2 or less, but this reduces it. So those, this, same thing. It has, well, this is like the first Agent of Destruction. It has a pay 1 to just search this and put it onto the board. So this is like the best turn 1 because you get to filter your deck with the you just want to get the Bobbies out of your deck. You don't want to draw them.
Right.
And it also has, the effect's actually really good. I learned this against Cell Surge. The effect is when you play it, it's a 20k battle card, but when you play it, you can choose up to 3 battle cards in your opponent's drop area and send with the warp. And in this format, it's really, really good because you get rid of Draw Apes, the Champ Pack, Draw Ape, and it, like Koitsukai. There's like a bunch of cards.
Yeah, that's actually nutty.
It's super good. Against this Cell Surge player in the last round, I played this for free. I removed the blockers of Masu, a Draw Ape, and a Champ Draw Ape.
That sounds like a blowout. That's such a good thing for that matchup.
Yeah. It's actually crazy. The next card, one of my favorite cards in the deck. My deck is very Agent of Destruction heavy, so this card's really, really good. It's basically a +2, so it's a 1-cost extra card. but it has a permanent that says it gains agent instructions in all area. So it gets reduced by 1, goes to 0. So it's a free extra card. And it says, look at the top 2 cards of your deck. And then any agents of destruction go to your hand, and the rest go to the bottom. And if you take 1, you can take a life. So if you use this for free, and then you hit the top 2, and they're both agent destruction, and you take a life, it's basically a +2 for 0.
So how frequently did you hit 2 agents? Was it most of the time, or most of the time only adding 1 card?
I'd say like 80%, like 75-80% of the time I hit 2.
Nice, awesome.
Because like I only have like 12 non-agents in the deck, so I'm all for this one and the 1-drops and Hatchiak. But this also lets you awaken turn 2 because the leader takes life as well. So very important. This is the first agent you want to play out, and since it's basically your draw of the deck. It's a 2-drop 15k barrier, unique, and when it attacks, you play it for 1, so it's basically a 1-drop. And whenever you attack, you look at the top 5 and grab any agent destruction. So you can grab the extra card, like all the pieces in your deck. So it's just a great searcher. And if it sticks on board, it's just a plus every single turn. Swing, swing, swing. And they can't get rid of it usually because it's barrier.
Right. Quick question, I guess. So, like, you're mentioning Awakening turn 2, and you have like a 1-drop you have several 1-drop 15Ks. So, would you call this like an aggro deck, or how would you classify it?
It's like, it's weird because it's like kind of an all-around deck because you can go aggro, you can go slow, but if you really want to go aggro, like you can go aggro.
Nice, yeah, because I think people are really trying to figure out like what the aggro decks are this format. So if this deck can go aggro, I think it's a pretty good thing to explore.
Yeah, I killed a couple people I kill a bunch of people turn 3, just like with all the swings you get. Gotcha. I cut Bean in the deck too, but with Bean, like you can pop off turn 2 and just like kill people. The next card is the Android 13 counterplay. This one it goes down to 1 as well. But so it's a 1-cost counterplay 15k. When you play it, if the battle card being played is a 3 or less, it goes to their drop instead of being played, and they pitch a card, and you get a 15k body for 1.
That card is absolutely nuts, especially against like all the topo floodgates, stuff like that. So good.
Yeah, topo doesn't pop off. The Zamasu everybody's playing, you can just counterplay it. They pitch a card, it doesn't come in. It's so good. And like a lot of people just like don't know what the deck does, so it just sort of hits out of nowhere. So it hits like skillless battle cards and like early blockers. Like I faced a Hatchiak, he was trying to play blockers. You just counterplay, make them pitch cards, and it's great. You'll see it. We're basically playing 4 of all the good agents because you want to hit the extra card. This card, busted. This is one of the cards you want to free play with your leader, like almost every turn. This one, it has an activate main, it like barely comes up, but you can pay 1 to pitch it, and you can grab any agent from your drop area, bring it to your hand. But it's basically a free play with the leader on the back. You get a 20k body. When it comes in, you pop a 5 or less, and then you look at the top 3 cards, add 1 to your hand, and then the rest go to your drop. So you can add any card from the top 3, and it also fills your overwhelm. So like when you filter out all your agents to destruction, there's just a bunch of good cards left in your deck, so you can like secretly add a Champa or an overwhelm.
Or a secret rare, that's busted.
Yeah. Or you could just play it for 2 and kill 5 costs. Like it hits so many things this format. Crazy. This one, busted as well. Garlic Negate 4. So it's a 1-cost as well when you have the Bibbidi. You can just play it for 1, or it's a counter attack. So it counters the attack, and then you search your deck for a 2-cost, and it comes in with its skills negated. So on their turn, you're also building your board. So you counter for 1, and then the next card is the super combo. So you search your deck, and you get a super combo for 1 energy, and you get the negated attack. to get 2 bodies that are 15k and a super combo. Its skills are negated for the turn, but if this one sticks, it has the ability of whenever your opponent activates a counterplay, they pitch 2 cards, and like everybody's running counterplays right now. So if this stays on the board, they have to remove it.
Yeah, so you've got the Zamasu Eliminator hate, which is pretty dope.
Yeah. Yeah, so 4 of that, and then 4 of the super combo. I was running 1 Master Roshi, but I just wanted like as many AODs in the deck. Next one. This one actually came very clutch this weekend. This is the one from, I think, Destroyer Kings. It's a 3 cost, but goes down to 2. It's a 20k critical, and it has an activate main, not once per turn. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards, no energy cap, so you can kill anything. You KO something, and then they pitch a card. So for 0 energy, you can just go free play this, pay 2, kill anything, they pitch a card, you get a 20k crit swing.
Quite a solid rate.
I faced a hat jack at GenCon, and I went to 6 energy, and I paid 6 energy, made him pitch 3, and then the next card I play is the Slug AOD, also from Destroyer Kings. So this one, when it comes in, they pitch a card. So I made him pitch, I think, 2 cards the turn before, and then I made him pitch 3 and another one. So he had no cards left in hand. Nice. And I just strike crit him, and then another double strike with Unison, he was dead. But this guy's second ability is what's really, really good about him. Activate main once per turn, 1 green. You can play a Slug's Army with 3 cost from your hand onto the field. And that card is Lord Slug Super Namekian. Busted this format, super good against many decks. Like Cell Surge, Invoker. I can't even name them all, but
yeah, tons of decks. Gohan Icarus, anything that has draw super combos as well.
Yeah, you like slam this down when they're like tapped out, and they're like, oh, I have super combos in hand, I'm safe. You go free play this one with leader, they pitch a card, and then you just pay 1 green, and you get 2 20Ks. They can't draw. It's real rough.
Yeah, that's absolutely absurd. Was the 2 copies good? Like, did you want to set this up more often than you might have been able to, or 2 copies was alright?
Yeah, I actually only own 2 copies, but if I had a third, I'd be playing 3/3.
Gotcha.
Maybe.
Gotcha.
Like, if you get this turn 2 and you're awakened, like, your board is insane, because you'll have the Turles out. Your board would be like this, turn 2. You'd be awakened. You'd have 1 energy up with Turles, Bobbity, and you'd have leader free play, so you free play the Slug, just pay 1 green, and you have 1 energy open with 4 guys on board. They can't draw, and they just pitched 1. And you have 2 20Ks, and this has barrier, this has barrier, this has barrier, and the only thing they can kill is the free play, 20K.
Yeah, that sounds a little absurd.
So yeah, if you get this turn 2, it's nuts. The next card. So yeah, 3 of these if I had, but very good. I was just running 1 Winter Bojack. I don't know how I feel about this card. I'd probably just cut it. I just wanted more agents in my deck, but it's pretty good against some decks. It basically, when you combo with it, you can pay 1, and it comes into the field in rest mode, and it says they can't attack your leader if this card's in rest mode, if the battle card is equal or greater to their energy. Also, when it's KO'd, you draw a card. But usually you're like tapped out, or you want your energy open for counterplays and negates and stuff, so it's just there. Cool, it's winner. MVP of the deck, the Majin Buu Unison. card is absolutely nuts in this deck because this ability, you just pay 3, turn 3. You get to play this with 3 counters on it, and you get access to your Trunks counterplays turn 3. With the Unison, you don't get the energy on tap, but you still get to restand the Unison.
Mm-hmm.
So you're pretty safe turn 3 because you usually have like 12 cards in hand with Boo Unison, counterplay, and like 5 cards on board. So they have to deal with your entire board, the Unison, and you're very safe.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing is, even though you don't get the energy on tap, you're still only paying 3 for it in the first place. So it's almost like you did get the energy on tap. Like, you get one less marker, but it's still a really good rate.
Yeah, so you can either, you can search these 2 with the leader and everything. So you can either just stack it, go to 4, or what I do is after turn 3, I just keep spamming them out. I go play another if they kill it, or if it's at like 1 or 2, I just play another, like swing, play another.
Right.
So they just keep coming after that. And then just one of the Vegeta Unison, the one that came in the last year's anniversary box. This one is amazing against the Invoker. They can't respond to it. It kills their Vegeta. Because when it comes in, you pitch a card, kills everything, ignoring barrier. I'm only running 1 just because you can search it, and I'd rather have the Boo Unisons.
Yeah, but I bet that barrier removal is super clutch.
Yeah, like it comes up a lot of times, like if they have a big board as well, or if somehow I face the mirror, which I'll never will. Maybe start playing the deck, but in the mirror, this card's nuts. Yeah, it goes to a 25k double strike critical for 3, and it wipes their board, so it's kind of nuts. But all the Unisons in this deck are amazing, and just like having access to the Trunks counterplay turn 3 against a lot of decks is they don't see it coming, and it's just super strong.
Right.
I just run 1 Champa, the Kai. Just for killing people, you guys always have the 1 Kai in there.
For sure.
And then the overall package I run, I was running 3 Bardock, but then I added 1 Secret Identity. So this one, really, really good because you filter out all your AOD through the entire game. And then all that's left in your deck is just like really good stuff. So you go draw 2, you go like draw your Trunks counterplays or your Kai if you need to, or your slugs. And like you fill your drop with your Broly, so you can like easily go like turn like 2, 3, 4. Just like keep coming. And this is just for extra removal against certain decks.
Right. So one thing I'm kind of noticing, and correct me if I'm wrong, but no secret rare in the deck?
Yeah, I was thinking of running. I don't have the Kai, a secret rare, on that one. But also just like the less AODs, the better. I also have Celestiar. It's also really good in this deck because it was actually busted like before because you could go into it turn 2 with this deck because of the garlic negate and the free plays with the leader and this guy. So this one, for 1 energy, you get 4 green and yellow. Then you go leader free play. You get like 3. And before I was running Belmont too, so you could pop your other stuff and get extra energy too.
Gotcha.
So Celestiar is actually very good. I might actually put that in back in.
Very cool, man. All right, Anthony. So I really appreciate you going through this with us. I'm very happy too. You got rewarded for like putting a ton of time into this deck. Like that's a really cool thing to see.
It's a really fun deck with like a lot of variants, a lot of ways to play it, and like you can master it. Like there's a lot of sequences that you can do.
Awesome, man. Any shout outs you want to throw out there?
Shout out to the team, all the boys, and yeah, shout out to all the peeps in Toronto, Zuhair, Shad, Luca, Luke, and yeah, thanks for having deck profile with me.
Awesome, man. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.
See ya.